Welcome back to the Waking Asses channel. It's me, Mystical Carter, coming back with you with another video. I'm back again, and this video is gonna continue flowing, but I'm gonna get off this racism thing. Every once in a while, you just gotta let motherfuckers know that they can't run over top of you with the ignorance and the trolling and shit like that. The last video ended off with me talking about Chad Coleman, who played Tyrese. This video is going to be geared toward The Walking Dead because I'm sitting there watching, they're replaying the second half of season 5 so far. And just like most black people that are fans of The Walking Dead, I was hurt and sad that, Chad Coleman, Tyrese died. And not because I didn't think that he would die, but because he wanted to go, basically. He said on the Talking Dead that he sat down with the producers and everything and was like, what else, could come out of this character? And if that's it, let me go out with a little bit of light. Now, me personally, I mean, Big Buff Tyrese, I wouldn't have wanted to go out crying up under the table holding my arm and shit, basically. You know what I mean? For most of my final episode. But that's just me. I mean, and that's how a lot of people feel like, damn, this big ass buff dude, positive black male, get bit on the arm and just drops down like, oh, like a little bitch, basically. He grabbed his arm like a little bitch, just fell on out, like, oh, I can't do it. Like, damn, you ain't gonna get up and try to run for help. You ain't gonna fight nothing. Really, Tyrese? Come on, man. Damn, that shit pissed me the fuck off. It pissed me off every time I rewatch it. Just because I've seen him have moments where he had a lot more fight than that. And I expected him to go with a little bit more fight than that. But, it is what it is. I'm still a fan of The Walking Dead. Don't nobody don't waste your time telling me what the fuck happened in the comics and all that shit, because I don't care. You guys have taken all of the fun and fizz out of me ever wanting to read the fucking comics with all this crazy ass arguments y'all have had with me and other people over whether or not the show is going to go step by step, image by image, character by character, name by name with the comic books, because it's not. That'll defeat the purpose of having the fucking TV show. I get that some things are going to be alike, but it's not going to be everything. And you guys don't have to argue with people for throwing their 2 cents in the pot. Moving right along. The first 2 episodes, this is season 5, episode 10 that's on right now. The first 2 episodes, they time skipped ahead, which I fucking hated. I hated the fact they didn't show them traveling to Virginia. Me being a Virginia native, there's a lot of pretty scenery and whatnot, even though I know they're not literally there, but still. They could have passed through a few little historical sites getting there. Through the Carolinas and everything. I mean, that's a lot of travel for them to just skip ahead, not show them having to fight, struggling with food, getting gas, and all that shit. But we are finally getting to see them show a more human side to surviving in the zombie apocalypse. They're not, superheroes and shit like they have been, always escaping death. Like, oh no, he can't die, he's never gonna die. Fuck that shit. Motherfuckers been dropping like flies, and I wouldn't give a shit if Daryl and Rick and any of the other originals died, because I mean, in this type of setting, it's possible at any moment to get taken out, and that gives The Walking Dead a realistic feel. If you just want to watch something where everybody dies at the end of the day, go watch a fucking movie on zombies. There's plenty of them. You know, that's what separates the show and what gives it a lasting feel. That's why they've lasted 5 seasons. You know, it keeps you watching. It keeps the drama in there. It keeps the emotional feels in there. It makes you care about the characters. You know, it gives you people to root for. It gives you people to hate on. You know, but like I said, yeah, they've finally to a point to where they're not using as many primitive weapons as I thought they would be. But they're finally, you know, starting to have to look for primitive weapons, makeshift weapons. They're scrounging for food. They're literally down to eating bugs and shit. You know, worms and whatnot. And that's a little bit closer to how that kind of world would be, because eventually your preps will run out. Or they'll expire and you'll get sick as a bitch and you'll die anyway. You know? Even though there's a little bit of a mysticism behind expiration labels, you know, what is the real shelf life of some of this food? But I mean, let's keep it real. A lot of us use a lot of seasonings and condiments when we eat. Some 6-year-old beans, 6-year-old tuna. If your ass lived that long, come on, man. Some people would die off of just the pure fact that they're picky ass eaters. And it would take them a hell of a long time to adjust to roughing it like that. You know, they can talk all the shit they want on YouTube. Their asses ain't about that life for real. You know, you don't get that fucking big by being a picky ass eater. In videos past where I've talked about The Walking Dead, and not specifically any video, any topic, because the older videos I didn't name them by topics. I just picked a certain area. Like I talked about vehicles, and like in this, they're back to walking again. Now I already know, and I'm pretty sure most of you do, so I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything for anybody, that they'll eventually run across a vehicle and head on up to Alexandria. Or whatever the place, the name of the spot is, up there by DC. Because there's plenty of subdivisions around there. I know everybody wants to call it Alexandria because that's what the fucking comic book says, but your ass is not from Virginia, David. So don't start that fucking argument. Really, that's really it about these first 2 episodes, man. Walking Dead season 5, episode 9 and 10. I'm not gonna drag these out. It's gonna be short videos, because my long videos, no matter what I'm talking about, people see how long it is and don't want to watch it. So, I will be back and do a couple more videos about The Walking Dead and other topics. About everything, because that's how I do. So I'm out here, man. Peace.